In my opinion, one of the best things about 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross is how fun all of the units are. I have some that are my personal favorites that I love wedging into any bit of content I can just because they're fun to play. Fortunately, most of them are extremely useful outside of PvP. So today, I thought I'd go over 5 units, plus our usual honorable mention, that I personally love and enjoy using. I'm going to talk about why I like them so much and what you can potentially use them for. A few stipulations though. I'm going to place a couple restrictions on myself so this list doesn't become, one thing or another. Rule number 1. I'm not allowed to put any Eastins on this list. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I love Eastin. I made a whole video about it. She is banned from this list. Rule number 2. 1 festival unit only. I mean, we all enjoy the Escanor finger, right? And various Meliodas is going brrrr. This list doesn't need to be full of that. And finally, rule number 3, 1 collab character only. I love all the ReZero units, not you, with all of my heart, but I really shouldn't fill up a list with them. Again, these aren't meta-breaking characters or anything. They're just ones that I really have a ton of fun with in various content. These are not PvP smashing characters. Rimuru is not on this list. I'm sorry. But we'll talk about him later, I promise. Wait for it. With that said, let's dive in and count down, shall we? Number 5. Red Gloxinia. Confession time. When he first dropped, I went all in on his banner, even though there was no pity. I just really like Gloxinia as a character, and the design of the red one in particular is so cool. Fortunately, I got lucky and got the red one and have been trying to use him anywhere I can ever since. He's an interesting one, honestly, and I'm still idly contemplating building him up for a fairy support. His stats might not be there, but I could still have a lot of fun, so what the heck. And hey, he still doesn't have a relic, as of when I'm recording this video anyway. Where I ended up using Gloxinia the most was Howlex, actually. See, if you use his blockade card on the 3rd phase, Howlex can't attack, like at all. All he can do is brand someone. That was it, and it was awesome. I actually mentioned this strategy in the comments section of a Seaton video a couple years ago, and I got responses from other people that were like, "Dory, why did you do that? It's so much faster to just do this, and this. Who would do that?" I would. I do it because it's fun. I enjoy it. And if I ran the deathmatch with a partner and our derrieres weren't quite ready to ult nuke yet because we went too fast, Gloxinia would really help out. I had a cool combo I'd run with a friend who would use Red Demon Meliodas. We'd stack the debuffs on Howlex and have Meliodas use his ult with weak point damage and follow up with Gloxinia's Ruin ult. It was fun. We enjoyed it. Unfortunately, like most people, I don't do Howlex much these days, and when I do, it's a turbo quick clear team. Thanks, Summer Deanne. But I love Gloxinia, and my fingers are crossed for his relic to make him better. Watch this video not age well. Number 4. Freyr. It's no secret that Freyr is a good character. When he released last summer and we all saw his kit, everyone immediately was saying to get at least 1 copy. I was on board with that since, well, I learned my lesson after Magelda when it came to Ragnarok characters. But Freyr is genuinely a fun character to play with. He makes it possible for you to mix up so many other comps. He's a key component for a number of demonic beast teams. And boy does he slap hard against the original demon. When I was trying to farm that boss card, Freyr came through time and time again, easily bypassing that obnoxious invincibility status in Phase 2 by nuking that jerk into the ground. I think that the one thing with Freyr is that even though logically I know he does a lot of damage, I always forget just how much damage he can do with a single bronze card. I'll think that maybe his non-cleave card won't do as much damage against the deer, getting me in just the right position with killing Bambi before the healing passive pops, and then, nope. You're lucky you're pretty and I have fun playing as you. Number 3. Kyo. And here we have the collab character of our list. Kyo was a key part of my PvP team for the longest time. I only removed him once the one ultimate came out. But for a while there, he'd chill on the front lines, and with Festival Zeldris on my backline, he debuffed the other team with Ignites and buffed the whole team in the process. It was awesome. That aside, like Freyr, I would often forget just how much damage Kyo could do. Fortunately, so did the other team. Time and time again, people would target other characters in the team while the Ignites kept building up, only for Kyo to sweep in and wipe the whole team. It was great to have a utility character that also could hold his own. I really loved him. Mine doesn't have all his cosmetics, unfortunately, so his CC is pretty low these days and not really viable in the current PvP environment. C'est la vie. But all of that aside, what was really great in general about Kyo is how Netmarble incorporated parts of his character into his unit. And yes, I'm talking about the fire. Kyo's the fire guy. The auto-ignites made total sense. It was a great way to translate that part of his character into the game, especially with having his moves rely on having debuffs on the characters like ignites to do more damage. And he's just endearing. Look at him! I barely know anything about King of Fighters, but I loved Kyo in the collab. What a good little goober. Light more things on fire for me. Number 2. Halloween Roxy. I love Roxy, but that's no secret. I love catastrophes, and I'll go on about her when her video rolls around. I'm actually recording this video the week Awakened Roxy got announced, and let me tell you, I am so excited for her. But to this day, I will argue that her Halloween unit is still viable and incredibly good for a lot of PvE content. See, her passive boosts her attack stats per human character on the field. And, well, if it's something like Knighthood Boss where all 4 members of the team participate, that's a lot of attack stats. Einik Hell is where Halloween Roxy shines. I've had her take down his stupid shield with 1 card. What, like it's hard? Running a mono-green team with her, Escanor, Brunhild, and Arthur make her a complete and utter beast in that battle. Her animations are fun, with her running up to smack a dude with a pumpkin, or throwing pumpkins, or whatever. And her trial story for this particular unit is absolutely hilarious and unhinged. If you haven't seen it, it will definitely be up at some point over here, so check it out. I don't know what else to say. I love Roxy. This unit is a ton of fun to play with, and it's hilarious to see how hard she hits when you surround her with humans. Oh, I love her. And my number 1 non-Eastin unit is Festival King, the good one. King is my favorite Sin, and I was so excited back in December 2021 when we got this unit over on Global. I went hard on his banner. By March 2022, he was already 6'6". I ran him in PvP for nearly a year and loved every minute of it, even when I ate total shit during the early Festarossa days. He's another example of Netmarble incorporating a character's canonic skills into the unit itself to make for fun gameplay. And yeah, it's no coincidence that Kyo and King both occupy this list. They were my PvP team, along with Halloween Gother and Festival Zeldris on the backline. It was just fun to play in PvP because even if I couldn't wipe the other team in one go, King's shield ensured that my team survived, and oftentimes they barely took a hit because of it. I'm actually genuinely bummed that I can't run him in PvP these days because of the Purgatory melee and the One Ultimate Bonanza currently going on. But that's how these games work, and it's understandable. But I'm also putting on my clown nose and wig as I try and figure out a new comp where I slide that blue lane in with King. It won't end well. Nah, unless I put the One Ultimate in there. Sure, why not? Fairy's in the big beefy bunker. But in all seriousness, this festival unit was a great redemption arc for King. His original festival unit was really underwhelming over on Global, which was a shame since the animations and everything were so good. This one though, I love him. I love all his cosmetics and his costumes, and I wish he'd get more stupid ones. The Santa one is near and dear to my heart. He's delivering pain. My favorite Sin got an excellent unit, and that's why he's at the top of this list. And our honorable mention? Red Hawk and Oslo. They're a meme, yes, but they're hilarious. I laughed when the first global exclusive unit was them. Look at their costumes! This is awesome with how stupid it is. I absolutely pulled on them and went to the pity, and to this day, that's the only copy of them I have. So, you know, I can only send people to the Shadow Realm for one turn, but it's still funny. Unfortunately, they're a meme, so they're not really viable in anything. But that's to be expected. I mean, it's Hawk and Oslo. They're goofy. I have fun messing around with them in the training grotto. Watch them be viable later on for I don't know, the 12th demonic beast or something. That would be incredible. And that's my list. Again, they're not all exactly meta, but I have a lot of fun playing with all of these units in the game and trying to come up with ways to worm them back into my teams. What about you? What would your list look like? You have to follow the same rules though. 1 fest unit and 1 collab unit only. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. His original festival unit was really overwhelming on global. Oh my god, it was like the opposite.